I did a conversation yesterday about jealousy, and I got a lot of feedback about it. Apparently, I didn't realize how many of us are dealing with that. I guess I should have known with the what's the word, frenemy. The first time I heard that, I was cracking up. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is crazy!" Friend and enemy. Anyway, um, one of the things that I realized when it comes to jealousy, one way that people or a tactic they use are labels, right? How are they using labels? Let's see. So I'll use me, for example. Um, I have four kids, children. Someone told me, don't say kids, those are goats, baby goats, whatever. Anyway, I have four children and I breastfed my children. Now I breastfed way too long, way too long. But as soon as a woman heard that I was breastfeeding, she immediately put me in a box. I must be all natural. I must support breastfeeding. I must hate women who use formula, all of those things. And she didn't know me, but I could tell from her talking. I was like, oh, okay, wait, simmer down, simmer down. My daughter was premature and my milk did not come in. So I had to breastfeed her. Sorry for all the men out there, but I just had to share the story so you could understand. So I had to use formula. So I'm not in judgment of any woman who has had to make that difficult decision. Another label for me is I did go to college. I graduated from a very good school. And at the time that I went to school back in the day, a long time ago, it was ranked the top 10 small liberal arts schools in the country. And so when people find out that I actually went to college, number one, the floor that I decided to stay home. They're like, wait a minute, you went to school and you stay home? Yes. Two, then they find out the school I went to. They're like, oh, well, you could have gone to a state school if you knew you weren't going to go to work. And no, if you knew me, I like to be prepared. So in case I did not get married and have children, or that didn't work out as soon as it had, then I was prepared to get a job and, take care of myself until the time came. That's another label. So far, I stay home. That's a label. People put me in a box that I must not be educated, or my husband must be old school, must be controlling, all these other things. Breastfeeding versus formula. Oh shoot, I had another one. I can't remember right now, top of my head. But as you can see, there's many labels, right? I'm sure you have tons of labels. And what I realize is that people put a label on you so that they can understand you. And I get that because when we meet somebody, we want to identify with them, right? We want to have a conversation. We want to see what we have in common, see if we could become friends. So I understand labels 100%. What I don't understand is that once you get to know someone or get to know more about them rather, then that label should then become one of many labels, not the label. I hope that's making sense and you're following what I am saying. Because when you label someone, blanket, just label them and don't allow any room for any other characteristics of that person, you're actually hindering not the person, you're hindering yourself. Because now there's a friendship that could be made that you're not going to make because you have pigeonholed this person and have not allowed any room for growth or a different idea about the person, or you have not allowed the person to present themselves in another light because you only see them in this one way. So I want to talk about that because I'm realizing that when I started out talking about jealousy, I had one thing in mind, but based on the feedback I'm getting, it is quickly evolving into something else. And I presented it because I understood that it could be a hindrance, but now I'm realizing that it's a bigger hindrance than I thought. And in fact, I think it's more of a hindrance for younger people than us seasoned folk, as we like to say, because I would hope at this point that you are comfortable in your skin for the most part, and that you're able to see people's motives and just say, okay, that person's not for me. I'm going to focus on people that are for me. When you're young and you're still in high school or college and you're just searching for friendship and relationship, it's very disheartening to find out that someone that you really thought you were vibing with secretly doesn't like you or harbors resentment towards you based on something from their own lives. That's a pretty hard pill to swallow. So we're going to dive more into that throughout the coming weeks. And I would love to hear more feedback from you to see how this has played a role and how it has hindered relationships and hindered you from perhaps pursuing certain things because you may have seen someone as a roadblock, not understanding, oh, there's 10 other people I can go to. Sometimes you really do get stuck and think this is the only person that can help me. But oh my gosh, we're not friends anymore. God will always send you another door. Okay? Have a good one. Talk to you soon.